We are out here this morning. We're gonna pick some peaches and then we gotta go back, clean our kitchen so that we can process our peaches. And we might even do some peach pie today. We'll see if we get that far. We've got our two little kids over there and Grandma Sissy. It's a beautiful morning. We have to go early because it is so dang hot where we live. By the time it gets to about 10, 11 o'clock, it's way, way hot to be outside anymore. So here we go. All right, we just picked all of these ones behind us that are all ready. What we do is we feel if they're a little bit soft and come off the tree easily. If they're still a little bit hard and if you have to try and tug it, they're not quite ready. So we like to leave those a little bit longer. We have all of these trees behind us that we're gonna go home and process what we have right now. And then we're gonna come back maybe tomorrow morning and process the rest of them. Come and pick the rest of them. And there still is several varieties that aren't quite ripe yet, so we'll wait for those to get ripe before we pick them as well.
He's teasing. All right, I love you all.
All right, we picked peaches, had some breakfast when we got back, and put the baby down for a nap. Now we are going to start Sadie with some homeschool, and I'm going to clean the kitchen so we can get ready to process our peaches. So now we are going to process our peaches. I have my bucket of peaches here, and I have some boiling water right here and some ice water right here. We are going to put the peaches in here, let them cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. That loosens the skin off the outside of them, and then we're going to put them straight into an ice bath. And then we're going to put them aside, and then we're going to peel all of them off, and we'll bottle them in a minute. So, here we go. Oh, really? You see? Because you're boiling water, your water is going to deplete itself. So I have an electric kettle over here that I'm heating up and replacing the water as it gets low. You want to make sure there's enough water that is going to cover the peaches completely. As well as with your ice water bath, I was taking some water out of it so that I can add more and replace ice as needed so it stays mostly ice and a little bit of water to kind of cover the peaches. Also, Tammy here is making us dinner. An E for Mr. Helper. Everybody over here. Hi. Are you helping? Oh, careful. I don't have more room. I'm gonna go ahead and process these ones. So we're gonna make a simple syrup right here. We just do a light syrup, and the recipe that I have is 2/4 cup of sugar and 5/4 cup of water. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. You might double it and just keep this syrup heated, warm on the back burner as we blanch more and as we're processing them. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick. 1 cup. Yep. This in a pan on the stove. Think I can double it and get away with it? How many cups of water? 5.5. Yeah. 5 1/4. Now I'm going to warm this up and I'm going to peel these. I usually just take a paring knife and start at the part where the blossom is and just kind of grab it with my finger, and it just slides off like you're peeling what? Like you're peeling that apple? Peach? Peeling a peach. Or peeling like an orange. You just kind of get your got it, and it comes off pretty easily, just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and do all of that, and then as I'm taking off all of the skin, then I'm gonna cut them into just slices, peach slices, and put in this bowl, and then I'll have to get my bottles ready. Now to get the bottles ready, you have clean bottles, and then the lids we're gonna put in. Tammy, where did that glass? Oh, it's under here. We're gonna put the lids with the rubber part face up down in here, and we're gonna put boiling water in here. So when we get to that point, we're gonna be putting clean sliced peaches into the bottles. Then we'll fill it full of the simple syrup that should be hot. And then we're going to get the lid that is hot as well and kind of boiling water and put that right on top of it. It helps seal it a little bit, and then we'll set them aside, and then we'll do what's called water bathing them, and that is what processes it, seals it, and then you can put it on your shelf for storage. Simple syrup up, and it is just sitting on a simmer waiting for us. I cleaned the jars, and we've got the lids right here, so we're going to take these parts off and put these parts in. just upward facing so that the rubber is not downward facing. And we're gonna pour our hot water on top of them. Let's see, get them. Kind of stagger them. And we'll start with that. And we're gonna fill our jars of peaches. Just to the rim. So that when we pour the simple syrup, we can squish it down in. I have this rag right here. We're gonna wipe the tops of it to make sure that there is no peach juice, peaches, anything on the top, so that we can get a great seal. I'm gonna add more peaches to that. You're going to leave a little bit of room from the top. And just take your spatula and run it down the sides to get all of the bubbles out, so that you can make sure that your syrup is covering your peaches. Okay, and that's our first jar. This rag first. Okay, I washed the top off for the last time, which I guess I'm OCD because I could have just done it once. Now I'm going to grab this, put it straight on top, and gently screw this on so that it's just fairly tight. Now the heat should suck your lid in. It will still need to be processed, but then at least creates a seal, and you've got that sitting aside until you have a big enough batch to throw everything into a water bath, and we'll show you that step next. All right, it is about 11 o'clock. And we took a break and had some dinner, and we stopped and made some dessert. I'm gonna show you that in just a minute. We've got our bottles here. I've just gotta finish putting the syrup in and then put the lids on, and then as soon as, let me just flip this around. Oh, maybe I can't flip it around. All right. I'll just come around here then. So this is our canning can. Is that what it's called? Water bath. Yep, Tanner, there you go. We're gonna put our jars down in that and cook them for 30 minutes. For the way that we're prepping our peaches is the raw method. So we cook them for about 30 minutes and then they are done. We've got more peaches to do and we've actually got to go pick some more tomorrow morning. So we're just going to be repeating this process until we have all of them processed. This right here is fresh peach pie. I've had this recipe for a really long time, and when I married Tammy and Colton, they thankfully had a peach orchard, and it had been a while since I had made it, but I started making it more often and now it's a seasonal thing. So we are gonna do a video on this peach pie and I will walk you guys through how to make it. We just were kind of preoccupied with processing peaches today, so we didn't do both. But we will get that out to you guys soon, so look forward to that. And I will show you the final product once it's done.